I'm Julian with my special guest in studio, Mr. Harold Branch.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My man, good to see you. Thank you for stopping in, man.
Oh, my pleasure, family. Thank you for having me.
So we've been just talking. There's a lot of stuff you've got going on.
Mm-hmm.
Your new company. What was the name of it again?
Good Energy Productions.
Good Energy Productions. We're definitely going to be talking about that. But first, my man, you found you a good thing.
I did, bro. Just got married.
Congratulations, brother.
Yeah, man. 3 weeks yesterday. So it's fresh. It's like fresh.
Now, do you have like a 3-week anniversary type of thing getting ready to pop off here? You got something?
Not quite, but you know, when you're excited, you count it. Like, hey, babe.
Yeah.
3 weeks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you count it, and I'm excited. I'm hype about it, man. My wife, Kat, Kat Branch now.
Kat Branch. Okay.
She's dynamic. Yeah, she's perfect for me.
So talk about that. So what how has she fit you? What's that?
And that's a good way to put it, because it's like a puzzle piece.
Yeah.
Right. I like to say the ways that are important, we're same in the ways that matter, and we're different in the ways that matter. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And so she's an amazing parent. We got married. It was Father's Day, actually.
We
got married.
Okay.
I got not just a wife, but 2 more sons.
Okay.
You know what I mean? To go along with Ella, my 14-year-old, my son, Quattro, 18. But now I got a 17-year-old son, Santino, and a 25-year-old, Trey.
Oh.
Yeah, Trey. So, she's a great parent, and that's mandatory. If
Right.
you got kids, absolutely mandatory, right? Because how I feel about being a parent. And so she's a great parent. She's a nerd, comic book head, like.
What? Really?
Right? The first time I had a partner who's a comic book head to the point of I can ask her stuff because I'm deep. You know what I mean? I can ask you, she's like, actually, no, that was X-Men. It wasn't Avenger. And then he did, oh, you right. Like,
right.
Like, yo, we on the same page. She watching cartoons. And I'm like, have you seen? Yeah, I watched that one already. Like, so it's her own passion. You know what I mean? She got a passion for health and fitness, which is dope. But she used to run the nightclub I did poetry at in Chicago 20 years ago.
Okay.
So I've known her for 20 years, so a lot of mutual friends and things like that, which is super fly. From Chicago, from a neighbor, like 2 neighborhoods over.
Okay.
So that's super dope as well. You know what I mean? Who'd have thought I gotta go back home, right? But that's fly, but we're different in ways too. I'm the artist. That ain't her thing, right? She managed the nightclub. She's in finance, right?
Man, yeah.
She's super organized. Like that's just not my get down. You know what I mean?
Right.
She don't want to be on stage. She try to avoid that as much as possible. I'm the poet and speaker, trainer, facilitator, and things. So she closes the gaps that have honestly held me back to a degree, like been missing when it comes to reaching the potential. And for me, that's the thing. A relationship, especially at this age,
right?
As a father, I'm 45. I've established a life. My goals are aligned. My partner has to move those goals forward.
Yes.
We have to. So when I get a partner, that means the goals I get to them quicker with you.
Right.
Right? Not even at the same time. I get to them faster with you. And you'll get to your goals faster with me. That's helpmate.
Yes.
That's partnership. That's finding a wife. Right?
Yes.
That's not finding a girl and making her a wife. Not finding just a person and that you're dating and turning her into that. No, she show up like that. She ain't gotta change nothing.
Right.
Don't change nothing. We'll be together forever. And that's a really, really good feeling.
I was going to ask you that feeling because it's got to be different from anything you've ever probably felt ever.
To this degree, yeah. And at this age. Right?
Yeah.
Because love is love. And when you head over heels in love at 15, that love is real.
Oh, yeah.
And we treat kids like they love ain't real. And we shouldn't. That is genuine down to their bones. So that's real love too. And that's that passion as well. Each phase, that love, especially, I'm a romantic, you know what I mean?
Okay.
I've had that goal. That's what I want, to be able to dump all into, you know, that one situation. Edgar Allan Poe, Annabelle Lee. I've been chasing that poem, the love in that poem, right? Making a whole lot of mistakes along the way, but at each part, it feels, at this point, especially with the man I've become, I have never been this mature.
Right.
I've never been this mature about it, this self-knowing and self-accepting about it. I'm honest about the deal breakers and the non-negotiables, right? The things that I won't live with, I can't live with. I've tried to overlook them before, and it created way too much pain.
And talk about that, because you get into a situation and it's feeling good, right? And then boom, one of those deal breakers, and have it in your head that, you know what, I have to walk away from this.
Yeah.
I can't continue on. This is the deal breaker.
Yeah.
Was that ever a fear or anything that kind of was in your head? Like, man, I hope this doesn't go down this way.
Hell yeah.
Right.
Absolutely. Because the non-negotiables are things I need.
Yeah.
That I've tried to not have and tried to be cool with not having, but it eat away at you and resentment builds in, right? So know your non-negotiables, know your deal breakers. And absolutely, in the beginning, to be honest, my whole thing was, I'm not looking, but I'm not running.
Yeah.
I'm not out here looking, but I'm not going to run if it show up. And we were buddies. We were friends. And then it was like, man, we never talked like this. And we started to explore, and I was like, man, she's checking off the list.
Right.
But who don't check off the list in the first month?
That's true.
So I also understand there's a time thing going on. So it was that, okay, she's rocking like this, and the times that, because obviously ain't nothing perfect, the times that we didn't see eye to eye or our vibrations were off, it was a mature conversation. And that's one of the non-negotiables. I need to be able to have a grown, mutually responsible conversation, not hiding behind any of the gender stuff. Listen to me because I'm a man, or I just said that because I was emotional. You know, when we just say stuff, you got to hell no. No, you a grown-ass woman, and I expect you to be as responsible for your behavior and your words as I have to be.
Right.
So we do this together, right? And the same thing with me. I'm held to the same standards. You know what I mean? That's partnership.
Yeah.
Right? Because I've tried to raise an adult child that I said was my woman.
Ooh.
I've done that before.
Ooh, yeah.
And that's absolutely exhausting. Absolutely exhausting.
Yeah.
And so I'm cool. I got a daughter, and it ain't her, right?
Right.
So, but yeah, to answer your point, definitely a worry. But you don't linger on the worry. You just know you're gonna deal with it if it show up. And like, hey, look, this we not gonna do. We don't yell.
Right.
So whatever you're used to, that's not gonna work. And if I yell, I need you to stop me in my tracks, because it's not okay. And if you notice, it's not you don't yell at me. We don't do this.
Very important. It's a we thing.
It's a we thing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask you to do something I ain't willing to do. We don't yell. We don't curse. We give each other space if we need space. You know what? Give me a minute to calm. Take it.
So this sounds like you really established a good foundation, because now with the kids, how have you been able to work through that, especially with she has what you mentioned, older children. Now yours is still grown or getting up there, but they're younger than her. Well, so how's all that work?
Her oldest is definitely, an adult, but her youngest is in between my kids' age.
Okay.
Right? But very calculated, because I've introduced my kids to a woman that, you know, really was dating and trying to make work before. And that ended up being the most toxic relationship I've ever been in. And I didn't know they wasn't with it. Like, I didn't go about it the right way.
Right.
And once she was gone, you know, kind of figured out it was and for the record, men get taken advantage of too, right? Men get taken advantage of, men get hustled and things like that. And, you know, recently divorced, was just, you know, a little available for that. But my bad, grew, and, you know, everybody grow. But the kids were... I did not do that the right way.
Right.
So this time it was like, and you got kids too, and we got all these mutual friends. We got to be thoughtful with every step.
Every step.
Every step. So I asked my kid. I talked to my son. Hey, this is what's going on, and told all 4 of them, y'all got veto power.
Okay.
Y'all got veto power. You know what I mean? If you're like, yo, she's not. I don't like her, it ain't healthy, it ain't, you know, whatever. We got to deal with that.
Got to deal with it.
And, you know, let's try to massage it out. Let's see why, you know, obviously. But I got kids I could trust like that. They do want to see me happy, but they are real smart. But every phase was very, very calculated. And balancing the mind and the heart is what we got to keep in mind. Because either the heart run away with us with passion, and now we want to live our best life, and we screw our kids over so we could be with a man or a woman.
Right.
And what kid is okay with that? So now the kid hates the step parent, and you got to deal with that forever. That's a headache. I've seen it.
Yeah.
So let's not, you know, go that way. Or they go all calculated, and they end up missing out on love, right? They ain't romantic. They not allowing themselves to truly care and be in love and joy. But this will move you way faster than it should, and this will hold you back.
Yeah.
This will make you not do it, right?
Right.
So are they in balance? And I'm emotional. I'm a poet. I'm extremely passionate, right? And that thing has ran me way too far. And this thing has caused me to hesitate and fall back when I should have gone forward and been more open and more, you know, what have you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so rocking it with both when I wanted to just aggressively move forward, being like, hold on, what makes sense? Okay, we have forever. If this is gonna work, we got forever.
Yep.
So it don't matter if it take a 6-month difference before we get married or before we take it to the next step. And it's steps, and people jump steps. But that may be good for them. Some people, man, they meet, married a month later, been married for 40 years. But we got to acknowledge what's a rule and what's an exception.
Boom. That's it, man, right there. Those are exceptions.
Those are hella exceptions.
Yes.
Never make your decisions based on an exception. Always make the decision based on a rule.
Based on the rule.
Nothing's guaranteed. We know that.
Right.
It's not 100%. Everybody could give an example. Probabilities is what we got to move in. And I move in probability.
Yeah.
And even if the probability is low, I know I'm taking a risk. And I've made some unnecessary risks. And lost. Bet big, lose big.
Yeah, man.
Right? But this one here,
won
the bet. And won big. So I've earned it.
Yeah, man.
I believe in pendulum. I call it pendulum theory. Oh, I didn't tell you. I'm working on that book. So anyway, poetry book called Pendulum. But it's a double. But I believe in the pendulum because it's the only thing that's kept me sane through all the insane stuff I've had to live through, starting from losing my mom at 2. Right?
Yeah.
This pendulum has swung so far in pain and depression and hurt and sadness. I expect it to swing equally in the opposite direction. It's owed me. I feel like I paid for it. So I've already paid the price to have an amazing, beautiful relationship.
Dude, that's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in that same spot. It's like, oh man, decisions, things that went down that shouldn't have, or things that could have been prevented. All of that.
Oh my God.
Pain, frustration. Yeah. That's a
Frustration with self.
Self.
On the decisions,
boom.
being dragged into behaviors that's not really your character.
Man,
it ain't nothing like
that.
dating somebody and they in the gutter as decision making and shit, probably as a person in general.
Right.
And instead of leaving, you get in the gutter with them.
Boom.
So now you as foul as they are, right? So all of that, boom. I've paid full price
That's what
for
I'm saying.
a dope relationship on all levels. And my kids love her. Her sons love me. They kick it together at the wedding. They hanging. And I mean, I couldn't have asked for it to be smoother.
Yeah.
I couldn't ask for it to be better. But I also have the philosophy that every new relationship, love them harder than the last one.
Talk about that.
I'll love you better. So what people do is they pull back because of the last relationship. And it's easy to do that. Trauma, some relationships are legit trauma. Right? That one I was referring to, traumatic. It took a long time to get over it. But I don't ever want an ex to be able to come to my wife or whoever you may be dating or you want and say, but did he do this? Nobody gets to have a one up.
Right.
Not on my team.
Right.
I'm a team dude, and I don't leave my people exposed. I'm a loyal dude. You know what I mean? Somebody come to me and they talking trash about you, I stop them when I feel like it's going, hey.
Yeah, hold up, partner.
Let me just be real clear.
Yeah.
That's my man's.
Yeah.
Before you dive into this, because the question, your first question, even if I come and tell you, should be, why are they so comfortable coming to talk to you about me?
Boom. Yeah.
Was really good. So I move like that.
Yeah.
And I refuse to let, when you are making decisions based off a past relationship, you're still in that relationship.
Ooh.
And some people are in 5 different relationships and they keep dating the same person with different names.
With different names. Man, that explains a lot.
Bruh. So now, because they ain't grow, they didn't change, they didn't create boundaries, right? It took me years to create boundaries. Took a little bit longer to verbalize them because I don't like to fight. I hate to. Yeah. Fighting makes me sleepy. I fight. I need to go take a nap after. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I hate to fight. So, and then it took a couples counselor in my last relationship to tell me, because I'm like, I did what I was supposed to do. Boundaries, I verbalized it, kept violating it, boom. She said, you told her the boundaries, but you didn't enforce them. Ooh. I was like, damn. You talking about between the eyes? Bro, that hit me between the eyes. And so I had to learn, and guess what? Every bad situation are lessons for the future situation. Yeah. So let me use all that. They can't nobody take my joy. And can't nobody that I don't even talk to no more, or an ex or a bad relationship, because of me, because of them, normally because of us both. Right. I've never been a victim. Anything that's happened to me, I allowed. I invited. I knew I was gambling, rolled dice. I was like, shit. You know what I mean? Right. But if I let them stop me now from doing amazing romantic stuff, because last time I took a girl and we went out the country, this is what happened, so I'm not gonna do. Nah, man, you don't get to control that. Nah, I'm finna love. I'm going all in. But I'm an all in dude. See, I want to raise geniuses. I want to have an amazing marriage. I want massive business success. I want to honor and love on my community and make it the Black community, the overall society. I want to be as best as I can in that arena.
Yeah.
I believe in 360 success. I want to be physically healthy.
Right.
You know what I mean? My mental health. I want to be able to not just manage it, but not protect it, but nurture it. Not feel bad about it. Not feel like I'm broken because of my depression or anxiety or whatever.
Right,
you know
right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So that 360 success, I want to have fun with my friends. I want to be able to go to out the country and climb, the mountain because I'm healthy enough to do that.
Yeah.
And I've slipped in every one of the areas, every one. But going back and evaluating and being honest objectively and saying, all right, I'm slipping here, right? Intellectually.
Yeah.
Am I reading? Am I still growing intellectually? You know what? Let me do something about that.
Yeah.
Right? So that 360 thing is important to me. And it's weird. I don't know if that's for everybody. It's for me, though. Why not go for it all?
Go for it all.
I'm here.
Yeah. These are important. These are things that...
I'm here.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm gone, I'm gone. But I'm here. What else the hell I got to do except try to be better?
Exactly. And you're not the type to think that you already are.
Nah. I
Always
got
growing.
Bruh.
Long
way to go.
Yeah.
But I'm better than yesterday.
Amen to that.
I'm better than yesterday.
Sure.
I'm good. I'm good, but far from perfect.
Far from perfect. Just glad.
Sometimes people go too far in another direction.
Right.
You got some people that lie and say they better than what they are.
Right.
That happens a lot. And people overplay not just their ability, but their evolution.
Their evolution.
But people
right.
lie in the other direction and beat themselves up when they shouldn't.
Ooh, I think I was guilty of that.
Man, that one's tough. It's definitely something I've done forever. Do that way more than anything else. I tell folks, if you don't like me, whatever you don't like, I'm sure I don't like it more.
I'm the first in line.
Hey, you ain't got to beat me up. I got it. I'm on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But lying about how far you've come and what you've done. I'm from the west side of Chicago, man. I'm from Independence and Flournoy, Ghost Town, right outside of Holy City. I am from the gutter. And the older I get, the more I realize how poor I was.
Right.
It's crazy. You get older and you're like, oh, that wasn't normal? Oh.
Right. Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess we was poor as you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was rough. So I hit, we all hit different ages and phases in life and look at somebody that maybe the same age or younger and they have bypassed you in normally business, right?
Mm-hmm.
Normally money related because capitalism is, so value is on the money more than anything else. You can be rich and destroy lives romantically, but you'll still be a hero. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, and you'll look like, what am I doing wrong? Why don't I own a house like this yet? Why haven't, and I had to really, really think about it and tell myself, and I still got to remind myself, especially when, oh my God, imposter syndrome kicks in, like being in school.
Yeah.
This imposter is crazy. But I got to remind myself, it's not where I'm at, how far I've made, it's how far I've come. What's the distance I've traveled? Are you further along financially? Sure. Your parents also gave you the deposit for a house. You don't have no college loans because of that legacy. And you had a healthy household, even if it wasn't both parents, but it was healthy. You never worried about what you were going to eat. You didn't have to share clothes but that was a long time ago, but it was in the formative years. That's when my brain is forming in them first 5, those memories in 6, 7, 8, before 10, all of that, it holds for a long time. So now those demons, I got to continue. So it's not just I've come all the way from there. The question is, if you had my same circumstances, how would you have done? And with that, I've killed the game. I've killed it. You can't tell me I ain't kill it, considering the distance, the trauma that I survived, you know?
Yeah.
So when you look at it like that, you feel better about where you stand, because you know they're further, but they only travel 2 yards and you travel 2 miles.
Right.
They didn't start where you started either, right?
Exactly.
So,
That's
you know, I could ramble about this stuff. You got to excuse me, man.
no, but we got to hear it from you, man. We got to hear it from you. But I
am
am
edit this into 8 different things.
this pipe. We'll probably have this. Yeah, we're gonna have this as a series, weekly series. But I want to get into Good Energy Productions because, you know, I first met you, of course, with the home base poetry.
Mm-hmm.
You put that on pause, and then now you're back with big production company.
Yeah.
And now you're doing lots of great things. Talk about Good Energy Productions.
Yeah, man. So the way it came about, super hype about it. But after 10 years, decided to go ahead and home base. It was time to move on to the next thing, right? Because if you don't stop it at 10 years, you got to, maybe I'm OCD, but you got to make it poetic. So you got to stop it at a good year, right? So if I didn't stop it at 10, I was going to have to stop at 15. It was a 5-year commitment. So I was like, nah. So let's stop it at 10. We're doing great. Not sure if the people still need it, right? Not sure. Numbers dropping a little bit. I'm like, maybe we've ran our course, which is okay. Which is fine. Maybe spoken word just ain't hitting like that. Maybe the way I do it ain't hitting like that. Maybe people have moved on. Anyway, it was time to close it up. I was going to go back to school. I had some other life stuff going on. And went ahead and did that. COVID go down.
Oh, yeah.
Frat brother hit me up who did concerts in the past. And I was able to help him out on one of his projects that he was starting, and Harvey Hill, and he hit me up. Amazing brother, great businessman, and he was like, "Hey man, we should do something together. Like we should join forces and do it together." I love this guy, so I'm like, man, but I got nothing, right? I got nothing. I'm in school, bro. I dropped out of school 3 times. So this is like, man, it's taking all my bandwidth.
Yeah.
I'm not working my businesses like that. You know what I'm saying? Because of getting this master's and then, you know, going into the PhD program. Right.
So it's a lot on my plate. Yeah.
A lot on my plate, but trying to grow.
Yep.
Never stop to push. So he was like, don't worry about it. I said, I give you everything I got when I got it. But I ain't got a lot of time. I ain't got a lot of bread to invest right now. He said, don't worry about it. If you're in, let's do it. I was like, let's go. And we did that, and God bless his soul, really kind of taking the lion's share. But I do have social capital, right? Yep. I do have a reputation for just doing good work. I would imagine, right?
Yep.
And people had been asking, when you bringing it back? And we started Good Energy. We was just going to go straight into the concerts and the music. And he hey, what's up with home base? Let's, you know. So already I was like, nah, I ain't got it in me. Then I really started thinking, and I started hearing how so many people need it. This was 1.5 years ago.
Okay.
How so many people were saying they was just depressed, sad, lonely, didn't know who to trust because of COVID.
Yeah.
Mental health is a big topic for me. I'm getting my degrees in psychology, and not to be a therapist, but to be the scientist.
Okay.
Part of it, and to expand my coaching, business and company. So getting my doctorate in performance psychology.
Okay.
I've been coaching and guiding people for a long time. But anyway, we wanted to do something. And I finally said, all right, okay, people are hurting. They need connection.
Yeah.
And they trust me. They need connection and they trust me.
Yep.
Because during COVID, a psychologist friend of mine, best friend, Dr. Angela Kinslow, we did videos on Facebook called Nightly Decompressions, Monday through Friday, to give people ways to self-care during COVID. And I can't tell you how many brothers and sisters, people just from every background, not even just in Arizona, was hitting us up like, thank you, that helped get me through the quarantine. And so I knew people needed connection, and we were just starting to get out in public again. So I was like, all right, let me do a home base for my birthday. And it was celebrating 30 years as a writer.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, it's my 30th year as a poet. It's my birthday. All right, okay, I'm gonna do one.
Right.
And did it, and it was pouring down to the parking lot. We had to turn people away. I was like, oh my God. And the bug, it bit me again.
Got you again, right?
It felt so good.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I was hyped. My adrenaline was up. And I was like, all right. And I get hyped like that and be like, all right, let's plan to do one every 4 days. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's that heart.
Yep.
I'm better at bringing the brain in to reel the heart in. Reeled it in, and then that's how we got it back on.
Oh man, that's awesome.
And we've been doing great stuff ever since.
Because that's exactly what I remember. The last time I was at one was had to bring out more chairs and have to do all this, and so that's great that it's back. And you said that's really reinvigorated you.
Oh my God, I'm addicted to it.
Yeah.
Me and poetry have a long-term abusive relationship. It's the longest relationship I've ever been in. But
Really?
Ooh, it could be abusive. And I think all relationships should have 3 characteristics. Happy, healthy, safe.
Okay.
Your relationships ain't happy, healthy, safe, it's time to leave. Or at least working towards it. Yeah. Happy, healthy, safe should be the norm, and you'll fluctuate with some of it. Like the safe should always be there. But sometimes people don't feel safe just talking to each other because of response. But anyway, that's the guideline. If you're never a happy, healthy, safe, it's time to go. I don't care how you feel. Time to go. So, yeah, me and poetry, not always happy, healthy, safe.
What about poetry though can make it unhappy, unsafe? Like, what's one example of something that questionable with it?
You start to write for you. So you write your pain, you write your hurts, you write your honesty. Poetry saved my life, right? Especially with, depression and suicide, ideation, and just low self-esteem, and just all of the pains, the undiagnosed PTSDs people, especially Gen X, got from being in the community, in the hood, on the block. That's, so surviving all that stuff. So I'm writing about my hurt, my pain, writing about my mom who died by suicide, writing about all these different things, right? Not knowing my dad and having that strained relationship later in life, and, writing all these things, writing about all this stuff. And then you start sharing it. And now you don't write about that no more. You write thinking about what may they clap for.
Oh, big responses.
The responses are addictive. They're it's the likes. It's as addictive as social media.
As the likes, that's probably the original like button.
Man, dopamine hits. Flow. That puts you in euphoria. So now you're writing for that. Not a good look. And now you still pent up emotionally. Or you can't think of nothing. You can't think of nothing to write. Writer's block. Everything comes out and you're like, trash. Yeah. This is garbage. So you're doing the neurotic artist thing, which I'm damn sure guilty of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it could be weird. Man, poetry a trip, man. Poems that you loved A month later, you hate.
Really?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Wow.
Poetry's a trip. Oh, it's not supposed to make sense, by the way.
Okay.
Like, if this don't make sense, yeah.
Then you're on
welcome.
point then.
You're on point. Yeah. Welcome to the artist mind.
Right.
We're crazy.
It reminds me of, I remember a brother got on stage at one of the events. And I did not know if it was a double entendre or not. But he said, again, I'm really paraphrasing here. He said, hey, sister, I want to make love to your mind. And I'm thinking in my mind, what does he really mean by that? You know,
Yeah,
is it intellectual or is he being freaky? You know, so it could go either way. If it's depending on where your head is at, I guess, right?
Double entendre and definitely a Ricky Lake line. I used to call certain lines Ricky Lake lines because you just saying them for applause. Like, everybody, that's one of the most used lines. Make love to your mind. It's like, how about you do it by being creative? By actually trying? What do you think? So
Ricky Lake line, love
hell
that.
yeah.
Love
you know,
that.
you remember back in the day, Jerry Springer
Jerry
line.
Springer and them.
You say something, they on stage. What you gonna do? Oh, you know, certain things they could say that'll get everybody reaction, and that's one of the literary crutches of the lazy spoken word.
The crutch, and it's funny that I remember that one. This was like years ago. That's funny. So, what are some of the upcoming events and things you've got coming up with Good Energy Productions?
So we were downtown with home base and doing it there, loving it at, you know, sexy hotels and stuff, try to do the mature thing, the mature sexy kind of, and which was super fly. But we've always been downtown. We've done pop-ups different places, and we just recently decided, you know what? People been coming home. Let's take home to them. So last night was the first night we did Avondale at Red Bottoms. My brother Lito, shout out over at Red Bottoms, just opened up.
All right, shout out to them.
And over in Avondale, old school Avondale, and pouring out the door. Man, standing room.
Really?
Standing, it wasn't pouring out the door, but it was standing room only. It was so fly. It was such great energy, man. The West Side was so grateful.
I was going to ask you about that West Side vibe, because I'm sure it's grown more. I'm sure.
Oh my God, so grateful.
Yeah,
so grateful. There was so many. Thank you for bringing it out here. I'm glad you're here. You know, so that was great. And Avondale is my other home.
Okay.
You know, I moved from Chicago when I was 16 and in trouble. You know, but I moved to Avondale, not the Avondale we got now. This is 94. I moved to Old Town Avondale, and it was, but I loved it. It gave me what I needed, which was to slow down.
There it is.
I didn't want it to be Chicago. I left Chicago during that time for a reason. I needed to slow down. So anyway, I got a lot of history there before I went to ASU, before I moved back to Chicago. So Avondale's my other home. I tell folks I'm a West Side kid all day from Shizona. You know what I mean?
Shizona.
I can't dismiss what I've learned and grown here. So anyway, we did that last night. We're every first Sunday. Yesterday was different because of the holiday in July, but every first Sunday. So the next one, I believe, is August 6th.
Okay.
And that's going to be going on in Avondale. We're going to be rocking that. Eventually, we're going to hit up the East Valley. That's the next one.
Okay.
Hit up that East Valley real hard. I've done stuff South Phoenix as well, so I look forward to getting down there. You know what I mean? And supporting upcoming businesses as well. So small businesses is a passion. So supporting them as well is a big deal.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Perfect. And then we have our music concerts shows. This weekend we actually have 3 going on around the valley, and anybody can go to goodenergyproductions.com. goodenergyproductions.com. Our crowd is the mature urban crowd. I'm 45. So I do 45-year-old type stuff. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
That's what I understand.
Yeah.
Like, I'm Gen X kid, right?
Gen X.
So we have jazz concerts, saxophonist, and sometimes a comedian will come as well. We'll do soul music. So it's that get smooth, you know what I mean? Come out and really, really enjoy. We always have vendors for our small business folk. Shout out to Archwood out there and all the stuff they doing with the small businesses based off of Black Wall Street, right? Over in Tulsa. And so we do that every rip too. But goodenergyproductions.com, it has all the info. And we have the music concerts this weekend. Find out, go on, see which one is on your side. And August 6th, we're going to have home base again.
Home base back on
And
August
all of
6th.
that is every month.
All right.
The music is every month. Poetry every month.
goodenergyproductions.com.
And I graduate. The goal is to be done with my school this year. So 2024, we gonna go hard.
Oh, it's gonna.
Then I get to put my 2 feet in.
Oh, now you know it's gonna be on and popping then.
You already know. You already know.
My man,
Yes,
Mr. Harold Branch.
Yes, sir.
Man,
Yes, sir.
good to see you again, my brother.
Good to see you. Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for coming through, man. All that on your plate, brother? Shoot.
It's a
Appreciate
pleasure,
you,
family.
man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Harold Branch, everybody. The 5 o'clock free ride is next. I'm Julian.